Nick Tandy, what a move. Truex on the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Welcome, race fans. Tonight, GAC takes to New Hampshire for 80 laps. This is going to be a good race here, DW12s, and I'm glad to be back here with these guys. They've been putting on some fantastic races here as of late, and I'm ready here for a good show here tonight. I was out practicing with the guys, and the car feels amazingly fast on this small track. So I'm looking for a good show here tonight. Scott will be along here in just a minute. I think he might be out there turning a few laps with the guys. But yeah, thank you, Cheryl. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, we're having a big event on the 26th, this coming Saturday. It'll be about 4 o'clock Eastern time in the afternoon. It's going to be Cadillacs at Michigan. If you're not doing anything, Cheryl, man, it'd be great and an honor to have you in chat. We're trying to get as many people in chat as we can. We'll be giving away cash prizes to people in chat. We'll ask a trivia question, and the first person to answer it correctly will win some cash prizes. Also giving out cash to the top 3 in the race. So I think it's going to be an amazingly fun time for everybody. And definitely want to get a lot of the subscribers involved in it, and because it's thanks to them that we have gotten all these subscribers. It's I couldn't have done it without everybody subscribing to the channel. So I'm thinking they might be in a driver's meeting right now, but yeah, if you're not doing anything, about 4 o'clock Eastern, matter of fact, oops, doggone it. I'll make you a moderator if if you're not busy and not doing anything at 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. That would be great. I'll make you a moderator, and that way you can kind of keep an eye on chat a little better than I can. Sometimes my eyes are fixed on the race and can't be be right here watching everything that's going on. So, boy, that would be amazingly great if you could do that. A driver's meeting here, folks, and we'll get on with things here in just a couple minutes. They'll get going on qualifying. Scott should be running along here in just a minute. Very cool, very cool. It'll be a great race. We're going to do 100 laps at Michigan with the Cadillacs, and that I just was out a little while ago here and turning some laps on it, and it feels amazing. 178, 179 mile an hour at the end of the front stretch. That's wicked fast for that car. First couple laps, it sticks to the track like glue. After that, you got to lift a little bit in 3 and 4, and then a couple laps later, you got to lift a little bit in 1 and 2. But other than that, it's not too bad. Actually feels pretty good. I'm looking for a good time, Well, thank you there, Mr. Tunk Pills? I'm not sure how you say that. Well, we try to put on a good show here. I am no professional at this by any means, folks. I'm just a slave guy that likes doing this stuff, and just the average Joe, and we just like putting on a good show for everybody to watch and enjoy. So that's kind of like my goal, just to have something for everybody to watch and enjoy. You got nothing better to do? Hey, it's a good time. We try to make it fun and interesting for you and keep you involved in it. But again, like I said, you'll have to tune in Saturday. All right, folks, well, we're going to step away real quick here and play our national anthem, and we will be right back.
Guys. And now, the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, we are back. Scott is in the booth with us there, folks.
Hey, Rudy, how you doing? How's everybody out there in TV land doing tonight?
Well, we had a few people in chat, but now we're down to about 4. I don't know where everybody freaking left or something there, but
Well, that's 4 better than 0.
yeah.
How you four out there doing tonight?
Cheryl's in there, so Dwayne LaPrad's
Hey,
wife.
Cheryl.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just telling them up there about the whole points situation, about the top five, how it's 1 point separates Dwayne and Gary for the championship. Let's go ahead and give them a quick rundown since we're talking about it, Rudy.
All right.
Coming in tonight, Dwayne LaPrade is your points leader by 1 point over Gary Shank, as I just mentioned. Rolando Arroyo is 31 points back in third. Jim Locking is 33 points back in fourth. And Jason Allison is 43 points back in fifth. Mark McFadden's in sixth. David Gainforce in seventh. Vincent Viney's in eighth. Lynn McNeese is in ninth. And John Stanley's in 10th. And John Stanley is 99 points back in 10th place. So there's your top 10 on the points, folks. And as you see, Rudy, that's top five. They're within 43 points of each other. So a win would, shake things up dramatically for any of those top five guys.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's no surprise, though, Jason Allison's still in the mix of things because he's been running so well. He has had some bad luck, and just saying that saying that is kind of saying it lightly, because he is, when he's running really well, it just seems like something drastically happens and he gets taken out of the race. But hopefully he can recover from that. You said he was in fourth in points?
He's in fifth, 43 points back.
Yeah, a win here could drastically change things up. I know Gary Shank coming off of a win. He won last week, I believe.
Yes, sir, at 7 points.
Yeah, he won last week, so that really jumped him up.
He dominated.
Yeah, he just dominated that track. But and that bumped Rolando back to third. Rolando was second in points, I remember.
Well, that's how quickly things can change in the IndyCar series, man. 1 week it can be all looking good. Next week it can all go sour quick.
Yes, sir. It looks like we got quite a few non-qualifiers. Quite a few guys turning in some pretty good laps, and boy, look at that lap Jason Allison laid down over Gary Shank. Wow. This could be the time for Jason Allison to bring it to victory lane.
Yes, sir. Tonight would be the night. There's only one race left after this. We go to South Beach next week, Rudy. Homestead, basically South Beach. And that's the championship race. So tonight is the night. If you're going to make a move, you got to do it tonight to put yourself in prime position for next week in the championship race, Rudy.
Oh, and Cheryl did say hello back to you.
10-4.
I didn't know if you can't see chat. I'm watching chat here, and she said hello back to you. So, okay.
Yeah, I don't ever have the broadcast up.
We are lining them up here down on the track, and let's run down through the list here and get everybody counted for. Jason Allison with the pole. Congratulations to him with a 22.728. Gary Shank coming in second. Dwayne LaPrade third. Vincent Viney in fourth. Billy Rodenberger, good starting position for Billy. Fifth place. Jeff Dotson in sixth. Timothy Kelleher seventh. John Estes eighth. Rolando Arroyo in ninth. And Terry Bellinger 10th, Scott.
Paul Cohen will start 11th. Mark McFadden 12th. Michael Campbell will start 15th. David Gainforth 16th. Kevin Cornelius 17th. Tony Gray 18th. Lynn McNeese 19th. John Stanley 20th. And Michael Palmer 21st. And those guys will move up a row because me and Rudy aren't in the race. So
right.
Well, Rudy, as I was telling Vincent, as you heard there in the pre-meeting, they're going to be switching to trucks after this season's over. And I was telling Vincent there's going to be a tear in my eye next week. I hate to see these Indy cars go.
Well, I think these guys, they tried them, and some like them, some don't. And they've tried them, and I think they kind of want to get back to what they do the best. They like to run the cars or the trucks, versus that open wheel stuff, because as well as I do, Scott, you just tap the wall or get the slice a little bit of damage, and that car just does not drive like it was, brand new. And I believe they do get one reset in here tonight.
Yes, sir.
So one reset. They're about ready to get going here.
Yeah, waiting on that Notre Dame gold pace car up there. You ever notice, folks, the color of the new pace car is Notre Dame gold and blue, and I love it. How about them Irish on Saturday, Rudy?
I don't keep up with that, Scott.
I know you don't, but I know there's people out in TV land that do, and they look pretty dominant. Got a little sloppy at the end. They moved up a couple spots on the pole, though, so they're looking strong. Go Irish.
All right, 80 laps here. Should go pretty quick, providing they don't have a whole bunch of cautions.
Oh, yeah, this will be a quick one as long as we don't pace all night. These laps will click off fast. This will probably be our fastest race we've ever called, Rudy.
Yeah, no doubt, if it stays green. All right, pace car in. Jason Allison waiting on that green. And there it is. We have a green flag.
Well, a little slow getting on the hammer there, though. Gary Shank's got to get a good run on that high side. Here comes Gary for the lead.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Jason didn't get a good start, and it left the opening for Gary to get that run off the top side there where all the momentum is here in New Hampshire.
Yep, Dwayne LaPrade. Oh, they get together.
Oh, we got a big wreck.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Go back and watch that. Not sure who got into who, but like Jason Allison was having trouble keeping his car under control there or something. I'm not sure what was going on there. But going into turn 3 here, looks like Jason Allison cut right down on Dwayne LaPrade.
Well, it kind of does, but I just went on board with Jason. And what might have happened there is Dwayne might have experienced a little slide up, and that's what it looks like from the onboard camera of Jason. It looks like Dwayne slid up.
Yeah,
and that's a tendency of these cars. You'll drive them hard into the corner, and then all of a sudden you'll feel that arrow push, and it'll push right up the racetrack into the car right above you. And I think that's what happened there.
I think they kind of met in the middle because if you look, Jason cut down at the same time Dwayne drifted up, so they kind of met in the middle. So it really wasn't anybody's fault, just a racing incident, I think.
Oh, it was definitely a racing incident. I just don't think it. I don't think it was so much that Jason turned down on him, as it was that it was just one of them deals where Dwayne experienced a little push, and Jason didn't give him a whole lot of room. So just a racing deal, though. That happens at these little tight tracks.
Yep.
I can hear it already, Rudy. I know. Wednesday night's going to be a caution festival.
Yep. You know
well, at least we know it ahead of time, right?
Yep.
We know it ahead of time, so
we know it.
You can curse me in the booth.
Because Iowa wouldn't even, I mean, that should be filled in and made into a duck pond.
It's your favorite track, Rudy?
No, it isn't. It's one of my least favorite. Well, Billy Rodenberger moves into second. Timothy Kelleher will be third. Rolando Arroyo fourth. Paul Cohen fifth. Terry Bellinger sixth. John Stanley seventh. Tony Gray up to eighth. Michael Palmer ninth. And Michael Campbell 10th. It looks like Jason Allison will be able to get back out on the track. Vincent Viney on pit road.
Well, these guys should have a reset.
Yeah. Jason, looks like him and Dwayne will be okay if they use a reset, because they, really didn't hit anything. They just touched tires. So I think I would have saved that reset. I don't think I would have used it.
Oh, there were some guys that caught some heavy damage out of that.
Yeah.
Vincent caught heavy damage for sure.
Yeah, Vincent did. I think he had to tow. Well, Cheryl's saying that Dwayne did slide up a little bit, and he's not too happy with himself about it. So.
Yeah, it's just the arrow push here. You just got to be careful being on that bottom side here. The high side's where you want to be. And the bottom side, if you got somebody on the outside of you, you are going to experience that arrow and you're going to feel it. The car is not going to stick down there. So I just try to avoid being on the bottom altogether if you can.
Well, it looks like Gary Shank has opted to start on the outside.
Don't blame him. That's the lane to be.
Yeah, it's definitely. Boy, you could see that he was getting some serious big runs off of that outside line. And Jason down there on the low line, he could not go. He couldn't use the whole track to come out, you know, out of the turn. And it was really slowing him up a lot.
That's what led to that crash.
Yep.
Him being slowed up a little bit. That and the start that he got, he didn't get a good start. And it just kind of set everything up. So it's important to get a good start.
He might not have been in the right gear. You know,
that's true. He could have been asleep at the wheel.
Could have been in third gear or something instead of second or whatever. Get him going here, Scott.
10-4, buddy. Waiting on that Mustang. Just hopefully everybody just kind of takes it easy now. Some guys already got tore up, so. Green flags out quickly, and we're racing again at New Hampshire. The second to last race of the season for GAC. Ooh, car down on the apron there.
If Billy Rodenbarger catches that apron just a little bit, and he had to slow it up. Terry Bellinger.
Oh, we got a caution, Rudy.
Another one? Wow. Oh, Kevin Cornelius, upside down. Oh, no.
Yes, he is.
All right, let's go see what happened to Kevin here.
And I think Vincent's in that one, too. Yes, sir. And Jason Allison might be in that. I think Jason got a little piece of that too, Rudy.
Oh, Cornelius.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah. Cornelius hooked Vincent Viney, was it? He hooked there? Yeah. Well, definitely. These guys are going to get tore up already, man. They're going to be, all the resets are going to be used up in the first 5 laps. Well, this is just a pre-show of Wednesday night, folks.
Practice. As long as my boys practice,
you know I
got all right.
You know I got to pick on you.
I got faith in all the top fuel drivers.
Okay. So did you get it?
We had a pretty good showing. You got to admit, Rudy, after the first 4 cautions, which were in the first 28 laps, when we had that 72-lap green flag run, man, that turned out to be a pretty solid race.
Yeah, that's a race I wanted to race in.
Everybody got it straightened out, and the entire rest of the race was under green flag, made a couple green flag stops, and hopefully that trend will continue. Next week, there won't be no cautions at all. We're going road racing next week, Watkins Glen, first one.
All right.
Well, that's a shame that we've already had a couple cautions already, and some of these guys already had to use their recess.
Cheryl says she's going to need earplugs for Wednesday nights. I'm sure there's going to be some cussing out there on the track at each other. I have a funny feeling. Wednesday night. There might even be some cussing out on the track here tonight. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. You don't have to wait for Wednesday. I'm sure there's a little going on right now.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure Jason Allison's not happy. He come into this race 5th in the points, and if he used his reset before that last restart, he's going to have to go in and get the damage fixed this time. Whatever is fixable. So hopefully he didn't use that reset on the first incident that he had.
Yeah, I don't think I would have, because that would have been minimal damage, if any at all. I mean, tire, it was just they just bumped and he just spun around. He didn't hit anything, or nobody hit him or anything. So, and I'm hoping maybe he didn't use the reset,
Oh, I'm showing Vincent back out there too, so. Right on.
Yeah, he's 4 laps down, though. Kevin Cornelius 3 laps down. Or,
That's from having to tow. That's from them guys towing.
All right, here we go. We're going to wind them up one more time. Let's see what these guys can do now. Eventually, you know, the field's going to get smaller. They keep that up.
Yeah. We aren't even in the lap 8 yet, Rudy. We've already had 2 cautions. That's got to be a record. Look, it's going, Rudy.
And for Hayes car in. Everybody on the loud pedal. Here we go. Great start for Rolando Arroyo. He wants to get up there and make up for what he lost last week. Was right into second. Terry Bellinger third. Oh, Terry out of shape. Whoa. A little Mr. Excitement going on there with Terry Bellinger.
Just watching back here through the field, and we're going to get that lap in there, so good deal.
Len McNeese catching that apron. Wow. Ooh,
Billy Rodenbarger up front, slowing down a lot too, dropping back.
Watching Dwayne LaPrade moving up through the field here. He's back up to 8th place already. And let's go back and check on Jason Allison. He's trying to be a little more ginger about his moves. Do we have a caution?
Yes, sir.
Oh, David Gainforth and looks like Michael Palmer get together. I don't think there's any damage on either of them, though.
Fast cars and a little track.
Looks like Palmer might have drove it into the turn pretty hard right here, and it seemed to stick. And Gainforth was coming up on Kevin Cornelius, and there looked like there was some net coating between them two. And when Gainforth jumped out, he was right in front of Michael Palmer. But the good thing is that I don't think either car is going to have much damage, if any at all. So that's good. I don't know if we're going to be able to get any interviews in here tonight because it's such a small track. It'll be rough to kind of get interviews in because that's my experience with it anyhow.
Right on. That's your call, Rudy.
Yeah, I think we'll just kind of bypass the interviews for tonight. Next week, it's going to be big race. Last race of the season, we're going to be interviewing every caution. We're going to be interviewing somebody.
The championship race.
Yes, sir.
And Homestead.
Whether they're in the points lead or whether they're back in 10th in the points, I don't care. We're going to pick somebody every caution and try to get them. Yeah, just little love taps, Cheryl says. Well, Vincent gets one of his wave bys there. He stayed out long enough to... He'll come around and get one of his laps back. Gary Shanks led all the laps so far.
Well, Rudy, the question is, will we be able to get 5 laps in without a caution?
Well, these guys keep doing this and the race will be over before they know it, you know. We're already taking lap 16 right now.
Yeah, it'll be Wednesday if we keep doing this.
Let's take a look at the race summary real quick. It's caution number 3 for 10 laps, and we've had no lead changes.
Yeah, Gary's racking up them laps. Could get them bonus points for leading the most laps today.
Yeah, and he was only 1 point behind Dwayne LaPrade coming into tonight.
Could be vital.
Yeah.
He's already got the bonus point for leading a lap. So basically, with him being in the lead in that, he is your points leader right now, Rudy.
Yeah. And Dwayne LaPrade's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get up there and try to win this championship. Gary Shank's giving him a pretty tough time.
I think Dwayne's biggest issue is going to be avoiding all the carnage along the way.
All right, lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go green. Well, thanks there, John. Johnny Smith. You know him. He races over Max Velocity.
He's a member of the Raider Nation, Rudy. Of course I know Johnny.
Raider Nation.
You got it.
Wow.
Well, I'm rooting for a green flag run here. What about you?
Well, yeah. I'd like to see some green flag laps. I think it's makes it a lot more interesting.
I'm telling you, there ain't much passing going on under yellow.
Nope. Pace car in. And we have a green.
And Rolando is hanging way back there. That's going to cost him a bunch right here going into turn one.
And LaPrade.
Unless he slides up the track.
There's more wrecking.
Oh, man. Wow, big one.
Yep. Got a bunch of them into that one. Oh, Jason Allison going to get more damage. Oh, brother.
I'm guessing a lot of guys didn't practice before this race.
Well, I don't know.
Me neither, but it's looking like it. It's been brutal.
Practice went pretty good. I mean, we've seen some guys spinning out a little bit, but
that was Terry Belanger that just got loose,
yep.
And guys had nowhere to go.
He caught that yellow line on the edge of the track, and that's all it takes.
Yep.
Just upsets that car big time. Well, Jason Allison going to get more damage. We got several cars here with a lot of damage, so.
Yeah, I bet there's some guys out of resets now.
Yep. See some guys, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, don't forget we'll be having that race Saturday. Going to be Cadillacs at Michigan. Thanking all the thousands of YouTube subscribers here at MaxSpeedTV. So it'll be first come, first serve. So if you want to race in it, get in there and race. Going to be some cash prizes given out to the top 3. And it's going to be more for fun than anything. And cash prizes to people in chat. So if you can't race, make sure you hang out and chat. Going to be asking you some trivia questions that all deal with racing. And they're not going to be like super hard questions, but they're not going to be super easy either. You're going to have to put on your thinking caps there for some of the questions that I'm going to ask. And first one that answer correctly will win some cash.
What time does that race start, Rudy?
4 o'clock Eastern, Saturday afternoon, the 26th.
Right on.
Robert Riley's going to be in the booth with me, he said.
As long as Notre Dame's up a couple touchdowns by then, I'll be in there.
In the race?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh,
It'll dictate how the Irish are doing.
I went out and tested it, and oh man, awesome! It feels awesome out there on the track. After about 5 laps, you got to lift a little bit in 3 and 4, and then after about 2 or 3 more laps, you got to lift a little bit in 1 and 2, and then it just kind of holds right there. If you just lift a little bit, you can take it right down on the white line and let it go right out to the wall, you know, and it feels amazing. 178 mile an hour at the end of the front stretch.
Well, hopefully it turned out to be a good race. I haven't raced too many Cadillac oval races.
Yeah, I love that car, and it sounds awesome too.
Oh, it's one of the best sounding cars on iRacing. I will agree with you there.
Well, I'll tell you, I think my favorite is the V8 supercar. It sounds, I think that's what
The Holden.
oh, either of them, you know, the Ford or the Holden, or whatever, the two V8 supercars.
I know what you're talking about.
But I think that's what the Gen 6 cars should sound like.
The Gen 6 cars used to sound a whole lot different.
Well, we're going to have an hour of practice, Cheryl, so maybe he'll make it if he can make it home by 5. Well, if the room's not full by then, because it's going to be in the hosted section.
Here we go. Rudy Pace is off. Green flags. We're racing again at New Hampshire. Hopefully we'll get some green flag laps in here. That line was ready this time. Just going to have to be careful going into one here. There's no traction down on that bottom side.
And stay away from that yellow line.
And Arroyo's in the grass.
Yep.
And in the wall. No caution. We got another spinner and 1 and 2 back to sideways.
Timothy Kelleher.
Yep. They both get it going, no caution. Tim's still trying to get it going, but slowly getting it going. Here come all the leaders, too. I hope he realizes that caution is out.
He brought that caution out by coming back up onto the track right in front of the leaders. So, taking a look at this now, makes caution number 5 in 24 laps.
That's horrible.
That's what Wednesday's going to be like.
No.
Yeah, we'll probably already have 8 cautions. I'm kidding.
As soon as this race is over, I'm sending out another notice. Practice.
Oh my
Practice.
God.
Practice.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that.
I don't know why it's so difficult. It's, you know, a lot of these guys drive these cars that are super loose, and you get one of these and it's got all the grip in the world. I don't get it. It just doesn't make no sense. I was watching a NASCAR race and they were talking about it, and it's easier for guys to go from a low grip car to a high grip car than it is a guy going from a high grip car to a low grip car, and it makes total sense.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
But then you see guys that can't drive these, and it's like, but you can drive a NASCAR. It doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, well, them cars have no grip. Well, welcome to iPacing.
Yep, it is tonight, that's for sure.
All right, Tony Gray up to the 2nd position already. Billy Rodenberger 3rd, Jeff Dotson 4th, Dwayne LaPrade moving into 5th, Len McNeese 6th, Jason Allison up to 7th, Mark McFadden 8th, Michael Palmer 9th, and David Gainforth rounds out the top 10. And we've got 2 cars still a couple laps down, Vincent Viney and Timothy Kelleher.
I don't think we've had anybody leave the race, have we?
No.
Everyone is still in the race. Good deal.
Kevin Cornelius is on pit road. There, he's away. Yep. Woohoo! iPacing. Well, I'll tell you what. We were talking about it, Scott. That I was out practicing. When I first got in the server, and the car feels amazing out there on the track. Now, I know
great.
the aero push around it, and these guys, they're racing, they're trying to pass, and they know, not a whole lot of laps, 80 laps. That's not very much because, when you get green flag runs like that, it clicks them laps off really quick. I mean, when they're only turning like 23 second laps, it don't take long. That's almost three laps a minute.
Imagine this, Rudy. If we wouldn't have been pacing all this time, this race would be almost over.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we'd be up in the 60, 70 lap range.
But instead, we're on 26.
28.
Is it 28?
Yeah.
That's interesting. iRacing says it's lap. Oh, because I'm on Timothy O'Hare.
Well, yeah, he's a couple laps down.
Yeah, I had to get off Timothy. I was going to say, it's telling me up here in the corner it's on 28, but iRacing is telling me 26. It's because of the driver I was on. But here we go, Rudy. Pace car is about to pull up, buddy. We're going to try it one more time. There goes the pace car. Took a little longer for the green to come out this time, but green is out. Here we go again. Turn one. Shelley Rodenbarger on the apron.
Jeff Dotson to the inside of Gary Shank. Not able to do it though. That high line's really working for these guys. Tony Gray now looking for a way to get by Jeff Dotson.
And Rudy, Timothy Kelleher is just out here putting around the track. He needs to pull it off the track. He's going to bring another caution out.
Yeah,
I think he is.
Yeah, he really don't have nothing to gain by doing that.
No.
He just got somebody spinning back here, but good save. I think it was I think it was Kevin Cornelius that spun, or almost spun. Got it back going though. Terry Bellinger back here 13th, and
Jason Allison coming in.
Rolando Arroyo just drives on by. Say, Jason Allison coming?
Yeah, he's on pit road.
Oh, I wonder what's going on there.
I'm sure he's nursing damage from that. Those all the accidents he's been in. He's been in 3 accidents.
Yeah.
And we got another caution, Rudy. We got somebody spun out there and wanted to. Down the inside grass.
Mark McFadden.
The latest victim.
Yep.
We're going to need a CSI team to come out after this race.
Well, I don't know. It kind of just broke loose for no reason there. That was weird how they did that. But he didn't hit anything. That's a good thing. Wow. All right. And I don't know. Can they make it all the way? No, probably not. They're going to have to pit one time, aren't they?
Yeah, it'll definitely be a one-stop race.
Well, that's a good question, Cheryl. So is there anybody who hasn't either spun or been part of any accident by the end of tonight? Well, Gary
Still
Shank
early
hasn't.
yet.
Yeah, Gary Shank hasn't, but yeah, I don't think Tony Gray's been into anything either. Jeff Dotson, I'm not sure. I thought I seen him in something at first caution or something, but since then, I think he's been all right. Take a look at the race summary real quick. This is caution number 6, 21 laps out of 35. 22 out of 36, make that. And Gary Shanks led all 35 laps.
Yeah, well, no one's got a chance to pass him because we haven't run more than, what, 3 green flag laps under any run at all?
Yeah.
It's hard to make passes when you can't get no green flag laps.
Well, I hope I didn't jinx them. Cheryl thinks I jinxed them.
It's killing Dwayne LaProde's chances to get back up there and get back in this championship fight, too. Although he has worked his way back to 4th place.
Well, I think I made up my mind. After the race is over, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to Windows 10 Pro.
Oh, man. So does that mean that I may not have my race broadcasters on Wednesday?
Well, yeah, if it doesn't work, I mean, I'll be testing tomorrow and stuff. Make sure I'll be testing tonight. But Steve did his other computer, and he said, man, it works great. Overlays work great. OBS, everything works. You just got to do it in monitor capture, but it's a whole lot easier in Windows 10. And I watched one of his test broadcasts he did, and it looks no different than what we're watching right here, right now. Looks great.
Well, hopefully you don't have any issues with it.
Yeah,
Rudy.
If I do, I'll revert it back to Windows 7 again.
10-4.
All right, here we go. Gary Shank on the outside. Jeff Dotson on the inside. Going to be restarting on lap 38.
And bottom line, hanging way back.
Whoa.
Look at this. Wow.
What the? Gary Shank was sleeping on that start.
Yeah, he was. He didn't go. The green flag did come out, and he did not go. So
Yeah.
nobody did anything wrong there. But that bottom line, no traction. Here comes Gary Shank. He's going to get the lead back real quick.
Yeah,
Didn't take long.
Dotson, he just, I don't know what happened there, but Dwayne LaPrade
Took the wrong line.
in second.
There we go. There's the championship race we were talking about. 1 point separates these boys, and there they are running first and second for the championship with a week to go. How about that, Rudy?
Yeah. Michael Campbell in ninth. Let's ride along here with Michael for just a minute, and I know what'll happen as soon as I do that. There'll be a caution.
Here comes Tony Gray looking for 3rd place. He's going to get underneath, and he's going to try to take that position away. Here, back on the high side, Jeff Hudson will maintain 3rd. Good job, Jeff. Billy Rodenbarger back here flirting around with that apron again.
Oh boy, yeah, he that cost him 2 positions in one turn right there.
He's getting too low in that corner. Now Len McNeese down there. We got an accident, Rudy. We got a wreck. What's that, our 6th caution of the night?
7th.
7th caution. Our Rojo's in it. He's on the inside wall.
Oh, David Gainforth. Oh, man, we got a bunch of them into it. Let's go back and check this out.
Yeah. Arroyo has not had a good night. His championship hopes are all but over, Rudy. He's riding the fence back here. He can't get it off the fence. And he had a tow.
Len McNeese catches that yellow line, and that's what did it.
Yeah. People trying to drive it in hard and then down on the bottom. And this is not a bottom track. I don't understand why they're doing that.
No, you need to be about middle lane. If you watch Gary Shank's line, he's running about middle lane.
And then you might enter or you might exit as you go towards the middle of the corner. You might go towards the bottom and exit more towards the bottom. But you never want to be entering down on the bottom of the track.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be careful there, Cheryl. I want to try it, and I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know. I might chicken out between now and then. I don't know. Okay, they're all coming to pit road here, though, and let's see if Gary Shank coming. Yeah, Dwayne LaPrad's gonna stay out, so he'll get the lead a lap.
That's throwing the dice right there, Rudy. Gary's going to come in and get fresh tires, but the good news for Dwayne is a whole lot of guys stayed out behind him, and those are going to be obstacles for Gary Shank to avoid. So
Yeah,
at this point, you're just trying to throw things back at Gary Shank like you're playing an old video game. Here, dodge this, dodge that, because let's be honest, however you get it is however you get it at this point, and there's a championship on the line, Rudy.
that's right. Yeah. You know, and
That's
I
why
know
he
what you
stayed
were
out.
saying. All them guys up front there stayed out, but the thing of it is I know, like you said, you know, he's going to have obstacles, but he's got fresh tires. He should be able to pass them with ease. You know.
Yeah, but we've had 7 cautions, Rudy.
But
7.
But the longer that he tries to work them guys over and pass him, the more he's chewing up his tires. And by the time he gets around, he gets up to Dwayne LaPrade, they're probably on equal tires.
Well, my point was that Dwayne's banking that he might get caught up in something back there, and Dwayne didn't want to pit because he was afraid everybody stay out. He didn't want to go back there. He's been back there. He knows what that's all about back there in traffic. He don't want nothing to do with that. I don't blame him. But it ain't all too bad for Gary Shank because he's back in 7th, so it's not like he fell all the way to the tail end. Well, we're a little over halfway.
And if the cautions keep happening like that, you know, like it is right now, and Dwayne, he's already made 1 pit stop, so he may be good on fuel for the rest of it, because if it keeps going pacing like this here, is not using much fuel. You can just ride around 6th gear and it's just sipping fuel, you know.
Well, Dwayne pitted. He already pitted once, didn't he?
Yeah, he'd been on pit road once already, so.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so he should be good to go.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like you said, they're riding around in 6th gear right now, so, yeah, he should be fine. Well, right now your top 10 is Dwayne LaPrade, Kevin Cornelius, Michael Palmer, Paul Cohen, John Esses, Gary Shank, Tony Gray, Jeff Dodson, Michael Campbell, and Terry Belanger rounds out the top 10.
Yeah, Dwayne LaPrade was on pit road on lap 2.
Ooh.
So I don't
know.
Yeah.
That'll be stretching it on the fuel. He'll be close.
Yeah, he's going to have to really take it easy here.
Something tells me, though, that's enough, though. I think he will have enough. Well, here we go, Rudy. Pace car is pulling off, and we're going racing.
Kevin Cornelius.
Everybody trying to get up to speed here. Gary Shank's coming fast. Caution is out, Rudy. It's Lynn McNeese.
Well, let's go see what happened to Lynn. Oh, he gets into it with the number 12 there of John Stanley. They just tapped wheels, and that's going to send him around.
Looked like the 12 kind of drove up into him a little bit, trying to avoid the 29.
But we've got several cars a lap down. Rolando Arroyo out of the race. Timothy Kelleher out of the race. But Vincent Biney a lap down, Mark McFadden, Len McNeese, and David Gainforth is a couple of laps down.
Yeah, and we've only lost 2 drivers so far, but one of them was a championship contender, Rudy. Rolando Arroyo has disconnected.
Dang.
His championship hopes are gone, Rudy. That's a shame, man. Rolando's a hell of a competitor, and he's as the season is going on, he's only gotten stronger from week to week.
And this is caution number 8 for 29 laps. Dang, over half of this race has been under caution.
But we haven't had a green flag run, and I kid you not, people out there in TV land just tuning in. That's been longer than what? 4 laps, Rudy? 4 laps?
Yeah, I think 4 is about the most.
So you haven't missed anything if you're just tuning in. How many lead changes? Only a couple, right? Like 3 or 4?
Let me look again here. 4, yep. 4 lead changes.
And Gary Shank's got to be getting close to clinching most laps led and getting them bonus points.
Well, I think he has, because with the looking at nobody out there can lead 40. He's led 40. So,
he's got it.
Yeah, he's got it. So
bonus points galore, baby.
He will take over the lead, but the only way that Dwayne could hold on to it is if he can win here tonight. If he can win,
or he'll
hold on to it.
Well, barring where they finish, of course. I mean, if something happens to Gary before this is over and he finishes deep in the field, obviously that'll have a heavy impact.
Oh yeah.
Don't jinx him, Rudy. We're a long way from being done.
Now we ain't that far. 30.
Especially with eight cautions already.
30 laps, left.
We're going to hit double-digit cautions.
I'd like to see a good long green flag run here, because I think it would be interesting to see how it's going to kind of separate the field. You're going to see some good passing, some good battles. The thing of it is, the reaction time is so sensitive on these things. You just move that wheel an 1/8 of an inch and it's turning, so that really does have a major factor.
Well, let's hope we can just get 10 laps in of green flag. That would be awesome at this point.
So Gary Shank opting to start on the outside, which is good, because we found that is the place to be out there on that outside line. Dwayne LaPrade will be second. Paul Cohen up to third. Gary Shank back in fourth.
Well, here we go. The moment of truth, Rudy.
Yes, sir.
Get us going, buddy.
Hayes car in. And we have a green. Good start by everybody.
Still got to go through turn 1.
Yep. Cornelius on that outside. Dwayne LaPrade to second. And here comes Gary Shank.
We got a car in the grass and somebody way off the pace back there. It looked like Belanger in the grass and John Stanley off the pace.
Gary Shank was to the bottom of Dwayne LaPrade, but couldn't make it stick down there. Dotson in fourth. Paul Cohen goes back to fifth. Michael Palmer has got himself back into the 6th place after a wreck there earlier. And here comes Billy Rodenberger coming up through. Tony Gray moves into 7th.
Just ahead of them, we got a battle for, I think, 4th, 5th, and 6th here.
Oh, yeah. This is turning in. Michael Palmer and Paul Cohen going at it. Palmer liking that outside. Looks like he's going to drive around Jeff Dotson. Palmer on the move.
Yes, sir. 4th place. Ooh, we got one down here on the apron, riding along on the safety road.
John Stanley, yeah, he's got a lot of damage on that Doublemint car, trying to make it to pit road. Kevin Cornelius with a 1-second lead over Dwayne LaPrade.
Yep, Gary Shank's falling back a little bit here, Rudy. He's got company in Michael Palmer.
Yeah, Palmer's really kicked it up a notch here, just in the last Well, since this dropped the green flag here, man, he has really kicked it up.
That's an important position for Gary Shank. He can't afford to be losing positions.
Nope, that's for sure.
And they're starting to get a whole bunch of company. A whole bunch of guys behind them are starting to catch up a little bit here.
Back here and ride along with Dwayne LaPrade for a minute. He is catching Kevin Cornelius, though. He's down to 4/10.
He's reeling him in.
Yep.
He's on his almost on his rear wing now.
And he's
Gotta
using
be
that,
careful with that arrow.
using that line that I was talking about there, Scott. Use that middle line. Don't take it clear down on the bottom. See, he took it down to the bottom that time and lost a lot of ground to Kevin Cornelius.
Wobbly too.
Yeah. If you keep it in that middle line, I think you're going to do a whole lot better.
He's way low.
Coming to pit
He's
road.
coming to pit road. Wow. I think he's out of gas.
He needed to stop.
I think he's out of gas.
That puts Gary Shank into second place, 2.9 seconds back.
Well, if he was that close on fuel, why didn't he earlier?
I don't know.
What a vital mistake in the championship fight, brother.
Michael Palmer trying everything he can to get by Gary Shank.
Gary Shank just needs to finish the race now because that's going to cost Dwayne heavily. He had to pit under green flag. That's going to cost him laps.
Yeah, he's going to be a lap down. He's back out on the track, but one lap down.
We got a caution now. But now he might get lucky because everybody might pit and he'll stay out, and he might get bailed out here because he's got fresh tires.
I think that was Vincent Viney. Yes, Vincent Viney spun.
Mark McFadden's got heavy damage too.
Looks like Vince just come around the turn and just cut it down there too short. And he comes out into Mark McFadden. Oh my. Mark McFadden, yeah, he is seriously hurt. Alright, these guys Vincent's trying to make it to pit road. That car is just a piece of junk right now. Gary Shank back in the lead. What happened to Kevin Cornelius? Oh, he's pitting. So this could play into Gary's hand here, but is he going to have to pit again? Let me look back here and see when he pitted last.
He shouldn't have to. He pitted deep in the race. He might come in and get tires though here. If other guys around him are going to pit, he's going to come in and get tires, but he didn't pit, so he may not be pitting. And that will be the dagger in the back of Dwayne LaPrade, if so.
He pitted on lap 42, so Gary Shank's good on fuel.
Oh, yeah, he would just be coming in to get tires, but look at this. Other guys around him are going to come in and get tires, Rudy. That could make a difference before this race is over.
Definitely, yeah, with only, we just got a handful of laps to go. Oh, and Dwayne gets the wave by, so he'll be back on the lead lap.
Quite the gamble, but never know, man. Tires are vital at a place like this. That was their longest green flag run of the night. I'm not sure how far we went there, but that was definitely the longest one.
Dwayne comes into his pit stall, but he's going to be at the tail end of the lead lap, I believe. He'll be back in about 12th place. Yeah, last one on the lead lap, Dwayne LaPrade. So if he can work around some of these cars, I don't know if there's enough race left for him to get up there and challenge Gary Shank with 4 fresh tires, or did he have a reset left? He had a lot of damage on the car.
Well, at least he got back on the lead lap.
So
I
Gary,
missed that he did get back on the lead lap. So that's good news for Dwayne. He's got his work cut out for him, though. He's going to have fresh tires, so he's going to be able to make up some time here. But if he doesn't get back up there and at least get back in the top 5, it could hurt him going into next week.
look at Jason Allison back into the running here.
I see that, running 4th.
Yeah. Good job,
Billy
Jason.
Roddenberger back up there in 5th. Terry Belanger in 6th, Rudy. Kevin Cornelius, who was our leader, back in 7th. Well, next week they'll have a whole lot more spacious track down in Homestead.
Yeah, that'll be some great racing.
Yeah, I was just running at Homestead today, and it was good. The car was nice, plenty of room. The racing was nice. Here we go, Rudy. Pace car's pulling off. We're going racing one more time. That bottom line hanging way back. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I don't know why Jeff Dodson decided to hang back so far.
And he gets loose.
Right in front of the field.
Yep.
Caution is out. And it's got to take some guys out.
Let's go back and watch this one more time. He was laying back like something was wrong, maybe, or something.
Yeah, I don't know why he was laying back so much, but it led into the corner where he just got loose.
Yeah, he just starts going around. It looks like Michael Campbell going to get in, almost got into that, but Billy Roddenberger gets collected.
Kevin Cornelius, too.
Man.
Wow.
Some tore up cars out there. Well, this is all working out for Dwayne LaPrade. It moves him up to 8th now. But he's got damage again.
Yeah, I'm going to see if he got some of that, and I think he did. Yeah, he did. He got a little bit of it. Yeah, he got in the wall hard. His race is probably going to be over, Rudy.
Dang. Well,
yeah.
Going to have to look for next week.
He's got heavy damage. He might be able to limp it because, I don't know, he might be able to limp it home, but his competitive laps are over. Well, they're going up in smoke, man. Championship hopes left and right going up in smoke, Rudy. Jason Allison, who we mentioned before the race, who was 43 points back in 5th place, is now in 2nd, Rudy. And with a win, it would be vital and huge going into next week.
And looking at this, you were right. We reached the double digits in cautions. This is caution number 10.
Oh, I'm sure we got a couple more in us before this one's over.
Oh, man, I hope not.
Don't kid yourself, Rudy. We've had 10 cautions in 66 laps. We're averaging a caution every 6 laps. And I don't even know how we got that far. I guess because you got to count the caution laps.
Mm-hmm.
We're really only averaging a caution about every 3 to 4 laps, to be honest.
Well, looking at it here, we've had 37 caution laps right now. So, out of what, 66, 67? So 30 laps have been, they've ran 30 green flag laps.
Yep.
Well, it would be something to see Jason Allison get that win, but at least he's going to be in 2nd. That's going to boost him up there quite a bit because he's going to get up ahead of Orlando Arroyo. He's going to close that gap up on Dwayne LaPrade, which Dwayne is back in 11th place, back out on the track, but I just don't see with all that damage if he's going to be able to pick up any more positions.
Nah, he's just going to basically go out there and basically finish 11th and just stay ahead of the guys. He's got to finish to basically stay ahead of the guys he's ahead of and maintain his position. But unless there's, but let's be honest, we've had 10 cautions, so he might pick up spots in that way.
All right, lights are off on the pace car. Going Going to be an 11-lap shootout. And history shows already in this race they're probably going to be looking at least one more caution.
I was going to say, Rudy, if we finish this race under green, I'll give you $10.
Save your money. Because that's a losing bet.
I'm just saying.
I know. I'm kidding too.
I'm just picking on these guys. I don't think they practiced much this week, and it led over into the race. That's why I'm sending out a notice when this race is over. Practice. Here we go, Rudy.
Pace car's in. Green, green, green. Jason got a good start that time. If I was him, I'd be looking for a way to try to get around the outside of Gary Shank, because Gary is so powerful.
We got a wreck.
Oh, kidding me.
Billy Roddenberry.
Dwayne LaPrade. Let's see.
He got in it too?
Well, hold on. Let's see what happens here. This was right after the restart. Billy caught that apron right in front of Dwayne. Dwayne just caught the tail end of it. But boy, he locked it down and did not hit anything. So that's good news for Dwayne, but he's back in 10th place. All right, back up to the front. Caution number 11. Well, Cheryl's saying that Dwayne did practice. He had computer issues, but he did practice, and he even practiced the low line just to see how it did. So,
well, I don't doubt that there were some guys, but just in general, I mean, if everybody practiced, we wouldn't have had 11 cautions. And I'm not trying to pick on nobody. I'm just, I'm not trying to stick my foot in my mouth. It just, the racing didn't look like there was a lot of practice going on.
yeah, I think you should have probably put up about 20 or 30 practice rooms this week for Iowa, because it's going to be worse than this.
I think I'm going to put one up right after this race is over and invite all these guys to come on in there.
There you go.
I think I'm going to do that. And then send out a notice, practice.
Well, looks like it's probably going to be about a 5 or 6 lap shootout. I think a 6-lap shootout. But I think we're probably still going to be seeing one more caution.
Yeah, well, probably. I think good 12 rounded off number, a good dozen sounds good. Not really, but you get what I'm saying.
Well, but you know, even if they did practice, you know, that's my thing. If they practice by themselves on a server, it's a whole lot different than going out here and practicing with, 15 other guys on the track.
That's true.
That's why I think it's important to have, like practice rooms and stuff. Yeah, no Baker's dozen. I don't think there's enough laps left for that, Cheryl. For a Baker's dozen, 13 cautions, I don't think there's enough laps left.
No, we'd finish under caution if that happened.
But yeah, you're right. No Baker's dozen.
Well, hopefully nobody got butthurt over me calling out on practice. You know, it is what it is. It's a caution-filled race, and that's basically all it is. If you get butthurt over it, come over and race me on Wednesday. We can take it out on the track. Here we go, Rudy. Pace car's off. Green flag is out. We're racing. Gary Shank's got his eyes on a championship, Rudy.
Great start by Terry Ballinger. But he's going to lose that position being on that bottom, and he gets together with Paul Cohen.
Yep, there you go. More wrecking.
Yep, Paul Cohen just, wow. I mean, wow. That's all I'm going to say. Wow.
Yeah. Well, that makes 12, but we will have one more green flag, and you might get your 13th caution.
Yeah,
if that continues, you will. We will finish it. It'll only be fitting that we finish this race under caution.
All right.
There are a couple of drivers out there asking if they're going to call the race. I don't know why they would do that.
We mean call the race?
I don't know. I heard it over the radio.
But
that's not the race. There's going to be another green flag, so I don't know. There's still plenty of time in the room too. Or maybe they just want to wave the white flag. It's been a brutal race.
Rerun it. Well, the guys up front don't want that. Gary Shanks led 56 laps.
No rerunning races.
Jason Allison, second place, has not led a lap yet today, but he's going to gain a lot of positions in the points. Michael Palmer, third. Terry Bellinger, fourth. Tony Gray, fifth. John Estes, sixth. Michael Campbell, seventh. Jeff Dodson, eighth. Dwayne LaPrade, ninth. And David Gainforth back on the lead lap now in 10th place. It has been a brutal one, I gotta say.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't know when to keep my mouth shut. And it's football season, so that's my excuse. I just speak the truth sometimes. Or what I perceive as what might be the truth.
Might be just a one-lap shootout. What I'm thinking.
That's what it looks like. Which means it's Gary Shank's race, because as long as he maintains his momentum and doesn't wreck, he'll hold the momentum on the highest side and keep the lead. He should win. But anything can happen.
And four. Okay, lights are off. It's going to be a one-lap shootout, Scott. You guys are going to be glad when this race is over, I can assure you. Possibly chalk up another win in the Gary Shank book. That'll be 2 in a row. Going into next week at Homestead, he'll be trying to three-peat it.
I was going to say, that's going to set him up perfectly for the championship.
Mm-hmm. It's still going to be interesting, though, going into next week, because LaPrade, you know, he's going to be behind Gary Shank in points, but not much. Jason Allison's going to move up in the points. So we've got a lot of, you know, there's going to be some changing in the points. All right, here we go. One last time. Pace car in. Gary Shank ready to hit the throttle. Green is out for the final lap here. White flag. Green, white checkered. Hey, look at that.
Look at Terry Belanger get the jump on Jason Allison here, trying to steal second away.
Yep, he goes way up high. Oh, he just made
We got a wreck, and Dwayne LaProd's in it. That's going to hurt him.
Looks like it's going to be over right here, and
here comes Jason. He's going to get second, maybe.
Nope.
Shank wins. Belanger second, and Allison third.
Wow, what an upset there. Jason just could not make it to the outside. Wow, that was wild. Wild finish.
The demolition derby is over.
We'll go up and tell them guys I'll be up in a minute.
10-4.
Tell them to keep the cussing and swearing to a minimum. So Gary Shank comes home the win here tonight. Pretty awesome. And Terry Bellinger will be second. I'm going to try to get him back here to the line. Because it was a pretty close finish there between Jason Allison and Terry Bellinger. All right, let's get up there and talk with these guys. Gary Shank, you got a copy?
I'm here, Rudy.
2 wins in a row, brother. Man, this is going to put you on the top of the points, I believe. If everything goes right, you lead the most laps here tonight with 60. You dominated last week, dominated this week. What are you looking at for next week at Homestead?
Well, it'd be crazy if I didn't say I'd want to dominate there, but that's going to be a very tough track. So I don't know what to expect. We'll just go into next week trying to be as fast as we can and keep it clean.
Well, congratulations on your win here tonight. I know it was pretty caution-filled. I was going to look real quick and see. We had 12 cautions and for 46 laps, so over half of the race under caution. A lot of pacing, but still a great race overall. And you come home with the win. It was looking a little bleak for you there for a while, restarting back in like 6th or 7th place, but you picked them off one at a time, got back up there as other people had to pit, and you stayed out. 1 pit stop here tonight on lap 42, and you bring home the win. So congratulations, brother.
Yeah, thanks. I knew that something happened to Dwayne early in the race, and I knew he was off sequence, so I wasn't quite sure with all the yellows if he was just going to be able to stay up front and make it to the end. I really wasn't quite sure what strategy he was on, so I was a little nervous starting in the back there with all the cautions. Wasn't sure how that was all going to work out, but it'll work out pretty good, and like I said, we'll go into next week and see what we get.
All right, brother. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight, Gary?
Yeah, always the Big Wolf Studios, who's sponsoring this year's races. So we appreciate that. Say hello to Dean, who I always thank him. Puts on a great league. I'm sure he'll have a lot to say to all the guys tonight after all the cautions, but we still all enjoy racing here with each other. Thanks to you, Rudy, there in the booth, and hello again to Mom and Dad. I know Mom's birthday's coming up here in a couple days on the 24th, so happy birthday to her, and we'll send it back to you.
All right, yeah, happy birthday to her. All right, well, thanks, Gary, and congrats on your win. Scott,
Thanks.
Sorry, Scott, you got second?
Actually, I just heard that Terry wasn't going to speak. Is that right, guys?
Yeah, he's under the weather. He's not feeling good.
All right, so we'll skip that, and I'll go ahead and interview Jason. Mr. Allison, you got a copy, buddy?
10-4, I do.
Well, pal, you came into tonight in 5th in the points, 43 points back. You finished second. Unfortunately, the guy you're chasing won the race, but it's going to help you a lot in the points. You think you got a shot next week to steal his championship away from Gary?
About the only way I'm going to have a shot is if he has a really bad night. He's pretty much going to have to finish dead last and me win it.
So I guess my next question is: are you going to be offering money after you get off the interview here?
Of course.
Well, let's see.
Take
Well,
Gary
buddy,
out.
you had a hell of a season. You got one race to go. It's a little bit about your season, how you feel about the season, and how you did this year.
Personally, it's been a mixed bag. I mean, I've had really good finishes, and then I've had really poor finishes. This one tonight was kind of a meh because netcode I wound up with 20 incidents.
Yeah, it was a tough race out there. You were involved in what? There's 3 cautions.
The first one, and I think I was in the middle of the second one, but yet every time that I was in it, nothing happened to my car, no damage at all. I still have my reset.
Oh, wow. How'd you manage that? Because you took a couple hard licks out there.
Hacks?
Yeah, I'm thinking it was straight up netcode.
Hacks?
Wow. Yeah, right? Hacks.
Kidding.
You got that lag switch going, don't you, Jason?
Oh, yeah.
Well, buddy, you got anybody you want to tonight?
I definitely want to thank Draco Wolf Designs for actually sponsoring the series, GAC for hosting, and of course the MaxSpeedTV for doing the broadcasting. Y'all do a great job.
Well, you guys always do a great job as well. Tonight's race, it was a little left to be desired, but there's always next week, and I bet you guys will finish strong at Homestead. Rudy?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go down through the results here real quick. I'll be back. Okay, so Gary Shank coming home the winner here tonight. Go down through the results. He brings home the win. Terry Bellinger with a upset there over Jason Allison. Got a great run on the outside. Comes home second. Jason Allison third. Michael Palmer fourth. Tony Gray fifth. Michael Campbell sixth. John Estes seventh. Jeff Dotson in eighth. David Gainforth ninth. Dwayne LaPrade finishing 10th. Paul Cohen 11th. Billy Rodenbarger 12th. Kevin Cornelius 13th. Vincent Viney in 14th. Mark McFadden 15th. John Stanley 16th. Len McNee 17th. Rolando Arroyo 18th. And Timothy Kelleher rounding out the field in 19th place. So again, congratulations to our winner here, Gary Shank, with a pretty much a caution-filled race tonight, but they'll move on next week. Next week will be their season finale. That'll be at Homestead. I'm not sure exactly how many laps they'll run there, but we'll be looking forward to seeing the season finale here next week at Homestead. That's going to be an awesome race, I have a feeling. So thanks for tuning in here tonight. Thanks, Cheryl, for helping out. Appreciate that very much, and nice chatting with you all. And don't forget about Saturday's race. Just a reminder that we will be running Cadillacs at Michigan. This will be thanking all the YouTube subscribers. So you'll want to, if you can't make it in the race, be sure to check in here in chat for a chance to win some cash prizes in chat. So tune in then. It'll be 4 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday afternoon. So we'll be going live immediately too. So, all right. So thanks a lot, folks, and we will see you tomorrow for Maximum Speed Racing. Till then, stay safe and have a good night.